Hello friends, this is Sai Fanindra from SQL School. I assure you complete practice orientation, completely practical and entirely real-time project-oriented classes on a beautiful, colorful technology, the next generation technology Power BI. Come on, let's understand what is Power BI and what exactly we do at our job desk if in case we happen to be a data analyst, and what exactly we do at our job desk if in case we happen to be a Power BI developer. Let's get started slowly, step by step. Before we proceed on our job responsibilities or our work desk objectives, let's understand first what is Power BI. It is a set of tools. Yes, Power BI is a suite of analytic tools, a suite of reporting tools, a set of dashboarding tools. We install those tools, we operate on those tools. Power BI is a set of 6 different design tools and one additional bridging activity called gateway. So total 7 tools we need to work. We need to learn 7 different, easy to use, eye catches, simple, uh, truly speaking, in straightforward language. For example, yes, my 5-year-old kid was given a mobile very recently, and I showed one game called Gobo Man, PC Man. If in case you happen to be like we used to have it, olden days when I was in +1, +2. We used to have something called PC Man, Gobo Man. I just showed him them only once. I showed him only once how to play. Then, within matter of minutes, he is able to master. It's not the greatness of the person, it's the greatness of the tools. Yes, Power BI is easy, eye-catchy, and quick, insightful reporting environment. What we do? Yes, we do dashboards. We design reports, we create something called dashboards. We'll understand what is report, what is dashboard in next few moments. Power BI, the main advantage, it is a self-service BI technology. What does it mean? End users can generate their own reports. What we do then? If end users can generate their own reports, what you and me, what we do then? Let's understand. Let's get started slowly, step by step. What is Power BI and why to go for Power BI? A sample report that we would be designing in our Power BI classes. Next 3 to 4 classes, we'll be able to understand how to design this kind of report. Come on, let's get started slowly, step by step. What is Power BI? What is report? And how we need to learn slowly, step by step from scratch. First, let's understand what exactly Power BI means. And here is our notes. Before we step into Power BI, what is reporting? A mechanism to access and present any type of data, any amount of data, any type of data, any amount of data. Now, yes, a kind of reporting environment, Power BI, a set of free tools. 7 different tools we'll be understanding. 7 different tools we'll be taking in our classes. 6 design tools and 1 gateway. Total 1 to 7 different tools we need to work with. 2 hosting environments. One for cloud, also called service, and another one is server. So Power BI is a set of tools used to extract any kind of data, used to extract any type of data, any amount of data. The left side activities on my screen right now, you see over there. And once we design the report, Once we design the report, the next step, we are going to understand how to publish or save the report, store the report either in cloud or report server. From there, we give it to end users in different formats. So I repeat once again, Power BI is a free tool, set of free tools. The design tools are free. The left side activities in my diagram few moments back. The right side boxes are costly hosting, cloud. What we do? We extract data, model the data and report it. Modeling means to shape. Modeling means to reshape or format the data like union, sort, join, etc. Now, how Power BI different from MSBI? MSBI to design the databases and of course also do some sort of reporting, say 90% design activities, more into design. The Microsoft Business Intelligence technology is more into design activities, less into reporting. Power BI 100% reporting activities. In general, SQL developers would be involved in design of OLTP, real-time online transaction processing databases. MSBI developers would be involved in design of something called as data warehouse, historical data, cold data, cold data, called warehouse databases, and design of OLAP databases and online analytical processing databases. Data engineers would be involved in design of data warehouses in cloud. And for everyone, a common reporting environment would be our Power BI. Remember. So Power BI is a common reporting environment. The main purpose of Power BI. Yes, it's all about eye-catchy reports, dashboards, which eye-catchy reports or dashboards we call. So anyone will use it. SQL developers require Power BI, MSBI developers require Power BI, Azure data engineers require Power BI, even Snowflake. They are all data engineers, Snowflake and Azure data engineering. They are involved in data warehouse databases. They need Power BI. A person who is working for finance, marketing, healthcare, e-commerce, or any banking environment, financial sectors, anywhere, everywhere, we need reports. Preferred reporting platform, easy to use, super simple tools, Power BI. Now, what we do at our job desk as a data analyst, as a business analyst job role, what we do? We access any type of data and design reports. We access any type of data and design the reporting activities. And we perform ETL environments like Power Query and data modeling activities, that is DAX. So design any type of data and design reports and perform ETL operations like Power Query and data modeling activities. Mainly, the Power Query ETL environment, it has got the power to understand any type of data source. Any type of data source. Either flat file or Excel or SQL database or MS Access or Azure Cloud, etc. In our classes, we'll be understanding how to work with various types of Azure data sources like SQL database in core Power BI and Azure data engineering. Azure data engineers would be involved in something called Databricks. Again, there we require Power BI as a common analytics component. So we need to understand the end-to-end implementations. ETL, Power Query, has got the talent of extracting data from various sources, different types of data sources, files, database, data warehouse, etc. And then perform data modeling activities, calculations, computations. And further, we would be involved in design of data set. What is data set? A new term for us. Yes, data set is a formatted input data ready for reporting. Assume for example, you have an Excel file. Assume for example, you have some Excel file with you. You would like to generate a report out of this Excel data. Assume there is an Excel file that contains some sales data, say country, company, month, and sale 1, sale 2, like this. You got multiple sales data with you. Now your requirement. You would like to get the data for reporting activity, some eye-catchy reports. And of course, collection of reports called dashboards with live, interactive, streaming data we call, like live temperature data. So there is some data source, data is being stored live or historical, either already existing data or on spot, new real-time data is coming in. We need to format the data, make it ready for reporting. That is where we come across the term called data set. This one. For example, you have some input data. This input data you would like to format it. Your manager wanted to know, she wanted to know which month has more sales, or which country, which company has less sales. Analytics. Faster understanding of data and accurate decisions for the benefit of our business. So data sets form the actual input data ready for reporting, the formatted data. Collection of reports called dashboards. In Power BI environment, a collection of items from different reports form dashboards. Reports, dashboards together can be given to end users. We call them apps. So at our job desk, it's our responsibility to design the reports, to model the data, data sets, dashboards, apps, and finally row level security. So all these are the ingredients in our actual classes. How to understand these terms? Assuming we are very, very new to Power BI. Let's put this way. Raw vegetables is your unformatted data. Assume we take them to the kitchen. The slicing, cleaning, slicing, dicing activities are the Power Query. Remember, Power Query is also called as M language, called mashup language, we call it. The actual ingredients for the recipe, the outcome from the kitchen at the initial point, that is data set. Then the recipe outcome report. We garnish it, DAX, add on, put more add-ons to the report to make it eye-catchy, to make it beautiful. Then arrange all the recipes into one particular place, dashboard, platter, a dashboard, collection of report items. And we parcel them for the end user consumption, Power BI app. The takeaway, cloud, and dine-in report server. This one. I mean, for easy understanding, okay? So these are the ingredients, the right side of the ingredients in our classes. We'll start with unformatted data. We'll continue working for Power Query, data set, reports, so on, with DAX, dashboards, and apps. Where do you store them? Where do you store the reports, dashboards, and apps? Cloud. Alternative to Power BI Cloud. This is Power BI Cloud. We call it as Power BI Cloud, also called service. Other alternative, we have Power BI Report Server. We'll slowly understand right from the scratch and come to a conclusion when to use which of these two hosting channels. Different licensing options in Power BI. We have Power BI Pro trial, 60 days trial will provide you the required account. For our practice during our classes, you will be receiving the relevant account. Power BI Pro costs about $10 per user per month. We have Premium, about $14,400 per organization. Apart from these three cloud licensing options, we have the other one, Power BI Report Server, which is free with SQL Server 2017 on 19 license. So to implement Power BI Report Server, we need SQL Server 2017 or 19 to be installed in our computer. So far what we are learning? Number one, we are understanding what is report, then what is Power BI, and what is the difference between Microsoft Business Intelligence and Power BI. Power BI is more into reporting. MSBI, Microsoft Business Intelligence, is more into design of databases plus reports. Different job roles, reports, Power Query and DAX, data set, dashboard, apps and security. Total 3 different items. With this information, what are the licensing options in Power BI? We have Power BI Pro trial, a 60 days trial. Power BI Pro, $10 per month. Premium and Report Server, we would be practicing 1 and 4. Those two should be sufficing us to justify every keyword that we do in our lengthy course curriculum, right from installation to the project implementation. 3.5 to 4 weeks journey if you are going for live training or on-demand video training, any one of your choice. Both of them same curriculum, same style and same examples. Same chapter-wise mock interview questions and same project explanation. Where we are now? Back to our notes once again. 1 and 4 into our classes. Next, what are the different data sources we use with Power BI for rich, eye-catchy end-user reports? We have file sources, database sources, Azure and others. Here it is. With various types of data sources in our classes, we'll come across different visualizations, also called as report shapes in Power BI. We have different bars or pie charts, maps, table, matrix, slicers, cards, gaze, lot of report shapes. A good number of report shapes. So why we require so many report shapes? Number one, different shapes of your reports for different ways to represent. A table is different from a chart. And one more thing, interesting thing in Power BI user interface, every shape has a unique calculation it does internally. For example, there is something called funnel. It does two calculations. Arrange all data in order. For example, monthly sales. For example, monthly total sales. first month total sales, second month total sale, and arrange them in a specific order, highest month on top. Then we get calculations, percentage of first, percentage of previous. Same way tree map, we see a unique calculation like grand aggregate, monthly total sales, whichever month has highest sales would be listed as one priority based activity. So every visualization has a unique functionality, and we'll be understanding these visualizations. And slowly understand how to work with different kinds of data sources and different shapes of reports. We'll do it carefully. So we have various data sources. Here is the interface. We'll be taking from the very next class, right? From installation we will do. I'll guide you for this installation. Here it is. Various kinds of data sources we can use. For example, yes, there is a tool called Power BI Desktop. Remember, there is a free tool called Power BI Desktop, and in one of the most frequently used tool is Power BI Desktop. And here we are going to learn different kinds of data sources, various types of data sources like this, and we'll be understanding other important item, different kinds of visualizations, report shapes, and different types of reports. We have interactive reports. Reports can be generated by developers and edited by end users. Reports are generated by developers and edited by end users. Paginated reports. Reports are generated by developers, cannot be modified by end users. For example, you go to a Facebook Insights or LinkedIn feed reports. There we see interactive reports. What does it mean? Yes, the end users can edit. By default, the portal may show one particular report type, and you can edit, you can modify the report. Or we hover the mouse on one particular part of the report, we see some filtering activities on another part of the report automatically. For example, on the screen here, I click on few particular items and see what happens on the right side. See here, some highlighting takes place on the right side, right? Some sort of highlighting takes place on the right side. That is called interactive report. Now assume your monthly telephone bill. Nothing to click, right? We get the bill in a PDF format. We check it and verify it, process the payment to enjoy the continuity of your service. As simple as that. That is paginated report. Back to our screen. The second one. Interactive report includes an end user mouse and keyboard interactions. You click on India, only India sales can be reported. You click on, say, Germany, only Germany data can be reported. Whereas paginated report means like a static report kind of thing, automated email based report or a printable report, something which is static, something which we cannot talk to, nothing to click. We get the report and we verify what exactly it is and we are done. That is called as paginated report. Like our monthly telephone bill, electricity bill, etc., wherein we get a PDF format or some kind of app that generates the statements, or like a credit card bill, we get it and we are done. That's it. Whereas interactive report, it's entirely different. For example, very first example we are going to do in our class, very first basic example we are going to do in our class would be something like this. Let's observe carefully here. For example, you expand sales data, then left side you see something called as visualization. Right side you see visualization, right? You click on visualization, then click on this button. No worries much about the user interface. We are going to understand them in our actual classes step by step coming next. What we do is right now, let's understand the definition of interactive reports. For now, I'll go for something called monthly sales. Okay, something like this. Monthly sales. Have a look at it now. We get the report like this. We can click on a particular item. This is called interactive report. Any kind of report that is clickable, any kind of report that requires, that has the options for end user mouse clicks is called interactive report. Remember, why we require it? Mainly for the purpose of business data filtering activities. Whereas other one, paginated report, back to our notes, paginated reports are not like that. They're straightforward. We get the report and we are done. Nothing to click. Then we are going to practice analytical reports generated by Excel and DAX. And we are going to practice mobile reports generated for mobiles, tablets, smart clocks, etc. Various tools in Power BI. Yes, the main reason for me stressing on these report types, first two report types for last couple of minutes, to understand the tools we need to learn in Power BI technology. Interactive report. We have two tools. Desktop for cloud, desktop RS. RS means report server for Power BI report server. Desktop for cloud, public activities. I design the report, you can access it. You and me are working for different companies. Still we can access. There's power of cloud. Desktop RS, report server. Only your colleagues can access internal projects within your company's data center, like defense agencies or secured environment who don't want to get into public cloud. We go for report server. There are two more tools for paginated reports. Power BI report builder for Power BI service, cloud, public. Microsoft report builder, Power BI report server for CorpNet. So two different tools for interactive reports, two different tools for paginated reports. We are going to learn these tools and understand when to use which, along with the differences. Then we are going to learn mobile reports for mobile report publisher, for mobile users. And we are going to understand analytical reports with Excel. MS Office 2003 or higher is enough for our classes. So total 6 different design tools, and here is our lab plan. Various file data sources, and database data sources, 6 different kinds of design tools, one tool interactive report for cloud, other one interactive report for report server. Same way paginated report for cloud, paginated for report server. Then we have analytical reports and mobile reports. Something called gateway to refresh the data. If there is some change for your data at the source, you would like to get the report up to date. For that, you require gateway. In cloud, we'll understand how to design reports, dashboards, and apps. We host the reports in cloud. We can also design new reports in cloud in addition to dashboards and apps. Whereas in report server, it's completely reports, nothing else. We'll understand why and how to work with them carefully. With this information, plan for about 4 weeks journey. We'll start right from installation and understand about first module report design, second module data modeling, third module cloud and report server with end-to-end project. Windows 8 or higher operating system required, 8 gig RAM or higher recommended, 4 gig RAM is also okay, but better to have 8 gig RAM or higher. And prior knowledge of SQL is recommended, like SQL, constraints, joins, etc. Course includes day-wise notes, study material, certification material, interview FAQs, project solution for our resume, and project FAQs. We'll be taking them carefully. I'm always at your reach for your doubts and clarifications. For detailed course curriculum, yes, go to our website sqlschool.com, or here it is. Right from installation, we'll understand from scratch report design activities, Power Query, M language, and DAX for data modeling operations. We'll understand Power BI Cloud and Power BI Report Server, these things. We'll take all these activities. Next, prerequisites, Windows 8 or higher, 8 gig RAM, SQL basics. Any SQL basics are enough. Why we require SQL? Number one, to understand examples on big data access. Number two, data modeling, formatting, and relations. Number three, something called table queries, list queries, function queries, etc. through user interface. But to understand this user interface, we require SQL queries concepts. Basics of SQL should be fine. And also to understand DAX and to implement real-time project. I repeat once again, right from the scratch, for every concept, we have mock tests. You will submit and get my answers back throughout the course. Right from the installation, we'll start from the installation, assuming we are very new to the subject. Continue understanding about interactions, visual syncs, slicer, grouping, binning, so on. We understand various design concepts, filtering, bookmarks, relations, data modeling, big data access, etc. We also need to understand about various scenarios. We'll understand how to work with few real-time scenarios, synopsis, and scenarios like when to go for which. We'll understand various Power Query activities. 50 examples on Power Query, 50 plus examples on Power Query, same way 50 plus examples on DAX. We need to get them carefully step by step. So visualizations first module, Power Query second module, and then go Power Query and DAX second module. Then we need to go for cloud, dashboards, scorecards, data sets, gateways, something called REST APIs, apps, security, analytical reports, etc. with project work. Throughout the course, For every concept, you got FAQs, you'll submit and get my solutions back. At the end of the course, you would be involved in a project work. A e-commerce domain wherein you would be involved in design of reports with various input data source formats. I repeat once again the last statement. We would be involved in a project. We would be having different kinds of data sources. And we understand various types of reports. More and more importantly, if our interviewer asks us what you did in the project previously, or what are the do's and don'ts, or what you do in your job desk, or what kind of requirements you get from your client, or what kind of deliveries you are committed to for your client. These kind of role based or daily activity based questions in our interviews. So here it is. This particular lengthy Power BI course, box number 6 in our courses catalog. Okay, next. With this information, from here, from Power BI, you may also integrate with data engineering, which is more into data warehouse design activities as next level in your resume if you are planning for experience. So starter profiles, you may go for Plan A Power BI if you are aware of SQL. If not, start with SQL, then go for Power BI, one after the other. Box 1, SQL database and TSQL queries. The concepts and the queries should be enough. Programming not required for Power BI. Programming not required. Not required at all. Just box 1, then 6 should be fine to start with. Box 1, we have few schedules. Box 2, the box 6, other few schedules. You see on the website sqlschool.com. Go for box 1 first, then 6 next. You are aware of 1. You are aware of SQL Server TSQL queries. You can directly go for 6. Then move on to 7. 1, 6, 7. 7 is data engineering. More into data factory, Synapse, storage, Databricks, Spark, Apache Spark, etc. In your resume, you'll plan one priority technology, main technology, and one supporting technology. Power BI would be the major main technology. Data engineering can be one of the supporting technology. I will be guiding you for your resume. And here are the course plans, like what is included from Power BI for Plan A. For Plan B, it's A plus B, that is SQL basics extra with Excel integration, queries, grouping, linked servers, remote joins, etc. We need them in Power BI. Experience profiles, to put more stuff in our resume for easy scrutiny, we have Azure Data Engineering as well, additionally with end-to-end implementations. Core Power BI 4 weeks, about 3.5 week classes, and then the project work. You would be involved in the project with my complete guidance, support, and solutions at the end for your resume. Plan B, 3 weeks extra for database, TSQL, SQL Server queries with remote joins. Or Plan C, extra data engineering for about 6 to 7 weeks, say 13 to 14 weeks total. Here are the concepts. As I was mentioning earlier, 3 different modules: visualizations, data modeling, Power Query, and Power BI Cloud and Report Server. Here are the complete checklist, keyword checklist we need to use throughout our course. And you got the chapter wise course content of the curriculum. You will see this Excel sheet. You download it from the link available in the description of this video or below the video. And here is the lab plan I'm talking about. We need to justify the entire lab plan at 2 foot in our 4 weeks journey. How Power BI is related to MSBI and data engineering. Here it is. MSBI developers, Azure data engineers, and SQL developers, or anyone who deals with data, need to use Power BI. One of the preferred Microsoft reporting environment, dashboarding environment, a colorful data representation technique. With this information, now here we go. If in case you are planning for Azure data engineering as well, then yes, of course, we need to have the integration activities one by one. So in such a case, here would be the plan, lab plan. In case you are going for the Azure data engineering activities, Azure data engineering plus Power BI, they go together. Power BI is analytics. Azure data engineering is more into backend, just like cake and cream concept in simple English terms. The cake is data engineering and the cream on top of it is Power BI for easy sale in my resume. As simple as that. I mean it. The backend would be, the base would be databases. We design as a data engineer, and Power BI is a cream on top of it, just a topping, colorful topping. So here it is. Either you go for live online or self-paced videos, or we have dedicated interview training, or we have corporate. The curriculum would be as it is, you see on the website, or the components I was showing you right now today. I assure you once again, 100% practical, careful, session-wise, chapter-wise, FAQ-based learning objectives. We are new to the technology. Let's learn it carefully and get its blessings. Our subject should be safe. With this information, we'll stop for now. And I assure you once again my complete support for your learning. You may opt for either live or on demand as per your choice. Same content, same curriculum. Thank you very much. Have a nice time. See you soon. Have a nice time. Thank you very much once again.